All right, guys. Hope you're having a great Monday evening here as we have ourselves what should be one heck of a match. This is a battle of unbeaten teams in Division One, so this should be a lot of fun. Just to kind of go through the teams that each team has played. For Furious Steel, they're sitting there in first place in Division One, 2-0 with a 6-1 map count. I think their first matchup was a forfeit, I believe, as they faced Cosmos, who is no longer in the league. But then they 3-1 Primal United. So they've had, I'd say, an easier road thus far. But this is a very solid team nonetheless. So going to be a lot of fun to see how they do here against their first real test. Minnesota Snowflakes, definitely not a bad team in their own right. They have beaten EXO Gaming 3-1, and then had to beat Sad Boy Hours in what I think was, I'm sorry, they beat Envision Gaming 3-2 in I think a reverse sweep fashion. So a slightly more difficult road for them. What am I doing here? Stop it. A slightly more difficult road for Minnesota Snowflakes, but still not too bad. It's fine. Why did I always think it was Minnesota Snowflakes? Either way, Minnesota Finest. Hey everybody, sorry, I was looking at my spreadsheet. I wasn't looking at the chat. Hope everyone's having a great night so far. Kim, Jaden, my guy Gruffy. Hopefully you guys are doing well, having a good Monday evening. But Minnesota Finest, that's it. Minnesota Finest. I don't know why I keep saying Snowflakes. Why do I keep... Either way, Minnesota Finest. But yeah, this should be a fun matchup as two teams that are undefeated, leading the way in Division 1 so far. They're followed closely by Primal GG. They actually have a really big group of teams at 1-1 behind them. Primal GG leading the way. Envision Gaming only one game back. Pick Arbors only one game back. EXO Gaming only one game back. This is probably one of the more competitive divisions that we will see. Very tight-knit, but this is a big-time matchup for both squads as this is going to kind of dictate how the rest of this division plays out. Is it really Tuesday? Oh my god, it is Tuesday. Wow, my life is off apparently. Yeah, I am apparently all off on my days, unfortunately. So that's always fun. But anyways, hopefully everyone's having a good Tuesday evening. I don't know where my brain's at today. What's happening? Brain is everywhere. But either way, guys, this is going to be a fun matchup here. Am I getting that glitch with that? There it is. Minnesota Finest is going to be Coalition here. There we go. But this is a matchup I'm really looking forward to. Both these teams have a lot to prove here. We definitely saw the side of Furious Steel had their first real matchup against Primal. I think it was on Sunday, so just 2 days ago. Was a pretty good matchup, but you could definitely tell they were the better team. So now they're going to have their first real matchup here against a very solid Minnesota Finest squad. Should be very exciting. It'll be very telling for the rest of the season for this division, as there's really, I mean, I'm looking at the teams here. There's 4 or 5 that I think are probably worthy of the playoffs, but only 3 can make it. Well, I guess technically 4, as the wild card could come out of this this division, but 3 and then possibly a 4th. So it's going to be a tough battle where a lot of the other divisions, it's pretty obvious who the top 3 are. And then this division is just, it's all kind of grouped together. So this one and Division 4 are probably the most difficult to make it out of. But we're going to get right rolling in here with map number 1, Hackney Hardpoint. I2 Waves, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Kim, I think I have most of them done. The stuff from Sunday, I think I was working on tonight, or will after this, so I should have it done tonight. But here we go, going into map number 1. We got Minnesota's Finest spawning on the preferred side, as it looks like Fierce Steel is hosting, but that's going to be a couple of kills already for Minnesota Finest as they're trying to rack up some time here on P1. You see the rest of the squad air on the side of holding on the spawns. It looks like Fierce Steel isn't really going to be pushing too much thus far, as Turner's going to take out Tommy up top L there. But still, pretty solid start from Minnesota Finest. They are taking time. They are still holding the spawns. But Pickens going to have a big gunfight back here as Martinez is going to be pushing him. He's going to back up and play his life for now. But a great start here for Minnesota Finest. They really can't ask for anything better than this, as they've held basically the entire time so far on P1. And this is really worst case scenario for Fierce Steel here. If you can't get early time and also not break spawns, you are just in a world of hurt. As Stork can kind of become a runaway train, as Jules is going to find another kill. He's on a 7 spree to start this game. He's just dominating. He's going to finally get taken out by Clever there. But that's a perfect start for Minnesota Finest as they've held spawns. They're up by, what's that going to be, over 30 points already while having the spawns and set up here for the tire shop. The players from Fierce Steel that we're trying to push him back are not going to be able to break this spawn. Martinez is trying to play his life for now, but he's going to get taken out. You just see red in the kill feed, as there is actually one player for Fierce Steel trying to make their way in, but he's going to get shut down. And that's going to be another defensive hold here. Minnesota Finest is just racking up time. They're already approaching the 70-point mark through 1.5 hills. This is about as perfect as you could ask for from them. You do see one player from Minnesota Finest trying to wrap out towards P3, but he's going to get cut down. And now you're going to see the rest of the squad start to squeak out towards this outer area, but they're actually going to go kind of towards top L. Good spot to be in, as that's kind of where you can dominate the P3 area from, hold down spawns a little bit and try to rotate through. But we actually do have some kills in that P4 area. And I'm not sure that is, and that's going to be Timey rolling through top green. If he's going to be able to get into the P3 and take out one, and this time, once again, going the way of Minnesota Finest. Dario's going to take out Tommy with the grenade, so big kill there, as Tommy's going to have to play his life. He's going to fly out, get taken up by Julesy, and this is just one of the more dominant games like I've seen here. Minnesota's Finest has played a couple matches that have been a little bit tighter than they probably expected, and this one is anything but that. They look very, very good thus far, as Turner's going to see a player cross there and not be able to get the shots down. But so far, Fierce Steel is in a world of hurt. They have not really been able to get anything going. The slang, overall, from top to bottom, isn't too much in favor of Minnesota Finest, but it's just Julesy that's kind of taken over. He's the only one in double digits in the entire lobby, but Fierce Steel hasn't been able to get any type of consistent hold yet. It's going to be, once again, 5 down for Minnesota Finest. They're going to be set up for P1 for P4 while also holding spawns for P5. So this could snowball out of control very, very quickly for Fierce Steel unless they can get some time here on P4. That's really their only option. And you just see these subs for the side of Minnesota Finest is really dominating this game. Zanzler, Julesy, and Timey already over 10 kills. Caesar just joined them there. And they are just shooting absolute lasers. It seems like no one for Fierce Steel can win a gunfight. And it's just constant pressure. And Minnesota Finest is just racking up time, already up by over 100 points. And it's just going to keep getting worse as finally Turner's going to win a gunfight. And maybe Fierce Steel can get some time here before the have to find a way to flip these spawns. If Minnesota Finest gets another full, 50, 60 points here, this game is basically over. As Tommy's going to take out Tommy from that top stack area. Finally closing that gap to under 100 points. Minnesota Finest once again set up for the next hill, as they have been so often in this matchup thus far. Dario up on top trying to get another kill. He's going to take it up by Zanzo, though, as he's about to get a third. Clever is finally over the double-digit mark, waiting for his teammate to join him. He's easy to get taken out, but this is another very strong hold for Minnesota Finest. Just a perfect situation. Furious Steel is able to get in, but Tommy's going to respond with 3. There's going to be the 4th. Tommy is in the bottom of the kill, but he's still going to be an easy trade. There it is. He did take out another one with him. But that's still a very good recovery for Minnesota Finest. They're trying to approach that 170-point mark. And it looks like Furious Steel isn't to just chalk this one up, try to get some time on P1, and try to get back into it by stringing together P1 and 2. And they finally get some kills in the kill feed there. And finally, you're seeing some kind in the kill feed as they have strung together a couple kills here. Maybe get some momentum going their way. And Tommy, though, trying to get some of the back on this push. Good thing for Furious Steel is they actually are getting the time here is Clever does get taken out. Turner takes out Julie, so big kill there. Turner's in the hill with a trophy, but that's not going to last very long. That's going to be 4 down in favor of Minnesota's Finest, and that's going to be another break with about 30 seconds left. The only positive for Furious Steel is that they do have the spawns for P2, but even with a full 60 there, they're still not going to be within shouting distance of Minnesota Finest, so that's not really much of a salvation. It's already going to be over 200 points for Minnesota Finest. Furious Steel may try to get a little scrap time here. It's not going to work as this leads in a balloon up to, oh man, they're going to get up to about 215 points. And Tommy's in the hill. I think he would have been taken out there if Pickett didn't run out of bullets. Now there's one person in the hill for Minnesota Finest. He's going to get taken out though, and Furious Steel should be able to get some time here, you would hope. They are kind of spawning out though a little bit. Obviously still have the close spawns, but they're not spawning right in back of the entire area. They're spawning out towards brick. See Clever trying to watch this backside. Furious Steel doing a good job here of slowly but surely chipping the way back into it. And that's going to be Julesy finding 2 players off spawn. Those are going to be some easy kills. Dario, last one on the hill. As Caesar's going to be pushing this. Dario trying to get some pre-fire. It's not going to matter. He's going to get the kill anyways. And Furious Steel now a couple points away from 100. They're going to get shut down, though. And that's the tough part is Minnesota Finest is so close to getting the win here is, they can rotate early, they can push for scrap time. Really, there's so many options, and that's going to be 4 down, 5 down in favor of Minnesota Finest as they're going to try to put this away here on P1. Furious Steel does have a chance to at least contest this and try to get him out of the hill, but this time continues to rack up as Julesy finds a couple more. He's up to 31. And this looks like it might be it. That's going to be 5 down. Furious Steel not really spawning overly close. This is like going to be GG's at map number 1 to Minnesota Finest. And that was one of the more impressive maps I think I've seen this season. Like we've seen teams that are really overmatched skill-wise. I don't think that was the issue here. I think these two squads are pretty evenly matched as far as gun skill goes, but really just Minnesota Finest smothered them, really, and that's kind of all it came down to. They were winning all the important gunfights, just waves and waves of red in the kill feed. It was very, very impressive, and they looked dominant. This was their map pick, I believe. So just an impressive showing there for Minnesota Finest. I'm curious to see how Furious Steel responds in the Search and Destroy, because this being their first true higher level competition, you definitely want to come out and show up a little bit better than that, but they can definitely make up for it here in the Search and Destroy in map number 2. And guys, just so you're aware, we have one more match tonight. It is going to be Inception versus Possessed eSports. So that's going to happen as soon as this match is over. So make sure to stay with us. But that was a very impressive map there. I wasn't sure what to expect. I really thought it was going to be a nail biter down to the end, but you could kind of tell right off the start that Minnesota's finest was not messing around. They were dominating from the beginning. They were basically holding down the early time while also keeping spawns, and they got almost 40 seconds on P1 while Furious Steel got like 5. So that's not what you want coming from the Allegiance side there. And Buha, I heard, and I'm very excited to sing your praises on your gameplay here coming up next time you guys play. So that'll be exciting. That'll be very exciting. But we got to see some impressive gameplay of our own right here in map number 1, and we're going to a Gunrunner Search and Destroy. And this is going to be a big opportunity for the side of Furious Steel to get themselves back into this series. All right, we had an updated... There we go. Sorry guys, trying to update some couple things in the Discord here, so we're good to roll for tomorrow. I did hear the good news, absolutely. I'm excited to see how you and Colin played again together, because the first time I saw you guys play, it was very, very impressive. So looking forward to it, man. Team's going to be very, very good. Can't wait to see it. But here we go. Map number 2 coming. An important map for Furious Steel here is they need to get themselves back into the series. Definitely a team that I had very high hopes for this season. A different team than the team that won last season, but very solid in their own right. And Minnesota Finest just came in here and looked so good. You know, that speaks to the volume of play from Envision, as you know, that they had a very tough matchup with Minnesota Finest taking it 3-2, and also the fact that XO Gaming took a map off them as well. So they definitely aren't an unbeatable team, but they showed how good they can be on map number 1. I don't really know much about their Search and Destroy, unfortunately, but it should be a good thing to watch here as we're actually waiting for, I think, a couple people to... We're waiting for people to join? Not sure. Oops. Man, what am I doing here, guys? I am just not with it tonight. Fables Inception has not played yet. I am just a space cadet tonight. What is happening? I do not understand where my brain's at. Just in La La Land. No, and Inception has not played. They play after this, so once this match is over, we'll see them versus Possessed. And yeah, I know. Jaden, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just in a different world tonight. Not really sure why. Can't even say the correct names of the teams. But we're going to hop on with Tommy right away. So he's going to be pushing through this Heights room, trying to get to that water ramp. Throwing some grenades over the top. Hit nothing so far. Trying to get some information for his squad, but looks like it's going to be a B push for the side of Minnesota Finest. And Tommy and Dario do find 2. As we're going to see a kill here as Tommy takes out Clever. It's actually almost a good gunfight win there by Clever. That's going to be 2v2. The bomb is down, looks like. Over by the crate, so that's really not a great spot for the bomb. As Tommy's going to find Martinez. That's a big kill. Looks like bomb is being planted. Looking to see what Dario and Turner can do here to try to retake this site, but this would be very tough as Minnesota's Finest does have all the players set up. Dario did get some information there as he knows where one is. Tommy's in a great spot, though, to kind of shut everything down. Shea Fables, thank you for the follow. Turner gets the entry kill. Oh, and Dario beams picking. Last one alive. It's going to be Caesar. He did hear the player behind him. And with 18 seconds left now, you're looking for Dario to try to get this kill. Can he find the angle? He hasn't been able to find it yet. He's going to not win the gunfight. That's going to be the first round to Minnesota Finest, as we had a real down-to-the-wire round number 1 there. Clutched up by Caesar. He held the angle well. Dario actually predicted it pretty well. Got some solid shots in, but couldn't finish off the player there for Minnesota Finest. And that was a good recovery after a scary start. I think it was Fierce Steel that did have the 4-3 life lead there just to start that. And then just a couple good trades. I think it was the side of Timey, or the player Timey, that got a couple of big kills and neutralized things and got his team a slight advantage. But a good attempt there from Turner and Dario. As you're going to see Turner back up and try to play his life. Timey did get some good shots in. As Julesie's out there towards Boyle, and he's going to get one, but traded out by Tommy. So 4v4. Tommy's trying to get some more information here. He cannot over-peek. I think he may have seen something we shouldered a little bit. But the bomb is still back a little bit further. Oh, some unfortunate shots there at Tommy as he's going to have to back up. He's going to make his way up towards the bomb, though, because he doesn't know there's at least 2 players back there. So it's a smart play. Get the bomb down and let your hold do the rest. As Tommy's trying to find an opening, he might get shot in the back here if he's not careful. These 2 players from Minnesota Finest actually did not fully peek that. As Dario's going to find Caesar on the backside, that's a big-time kill. He's going to start wrapping now. As Turner finds one, Picken did find one. Clever actually did not hear the player run water ramp, as it is Zanzler and Picken, last 2 alive. Oh, Zanzler won that gunfight, and he got out this life. He's going to find a second. And on the backside, it was Picken that got one as well, and that's going to be a huge retake. And Minnesota Finest go up 2-0. Zanzler just absolutely dominated there towards the middle part of the map. I don't know how he rechalled and killed that second guy, but that's Modern Warfare in a nutshell for you. Not even sure how he won that first gunfight, but Turner decided to go after him instead of playing his life. Cannot blame him there, as the player from Minnesota Finest was absolute. And that's going to be in a huge clutch there for Minnesota Finest, as they are now up 2 rounds in pretty flashy fashion, if I may say that. Furious Steel now needing a big-time defensive hold here. Minnesota Finest is going to be pushing that A site. There's really only 1 player there watching it, and that's going to be Clever, I believe. But now that's going to be some information for Fierce Steel as they're starting to rotate back. Dario's going to find first blood. That's going to be Clever's going to get shot by Tommy from behind. He's going to pick up the sniper. What can he do? Tommy's going to find 2 more as he's up to 4 total. Zanzler's going to find 1, and that's going to be an easy round for Minnesota Finest as they are up 3-0, and they're just picking apart Furious Steel here. An impressive showing thus far, as they just seem to be the aggressor. It's pretty important. It's pretty impressive thus far. But you see some confident play here from Minnesota Finest. Furious Steel trying to get some momentum going their way. You see Martinez 0-3, Clever 0-4. Timey just got another kill as he's up to 5. He's playing great. Trick and Destroyed so far. As Caesar's going to take out Dario with a little peek there. Another 2-man advantage for Minnesota Finest. As we have shots going back and forth over towards the oil rig. Actually, Tommy's going to find one. Turner gets a huge kill, but Pickens and him wallbang him, and Turner is down. That's Martinez left all by himself. He's going to get shut down. That's going to be a 4-0 lead for Minnesota Finest as they are just cruising to a 2-0 lead here. VRX, thank you for the follow as well. We're working our way towards 1,700. Our next goal. This is an impressive series so far. We haven't seen very many holes in Minnesota Finest's game. They have looked very, very good. Sorrow, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. But Minnesota Finest is just cruising right along here. Not much holding them back here as there really hasn't been much as far as competitive rounds, really. Dario's going to get first one here finally, as he's going to be able to find two. And he shuts down Timmy and Jules. Those are two big kills. And finally, we're going to see a round for Furious Steel as they get themselves back on the board. Ooh. Spencer apparently is not a fan of this league. That's unfortunate. This league's so easy. He should play in it. Sounds like he could dominate. That's going to be a round for Furious Steel finally to get some momentum going their way. A very important round for them. Can they string together a couple here to get themselves back into map number 2? Finally, we got Martinez on the board. Clever is still rocking the big donut there. Need him to get things going. Dario's playing great so far, though. Tommy's got a couple big kills. Martinez trying not to overpeak as he's going to get sniped at, but good shoulder to keep himself alive. Dario looks like he might be going a little flanked. There's actually one person over here watching this. Curious if he's going to be able to find him as Julesy finds first one on Tommy. Martinez does get another kill. He trades out Julesy. It's going to be a 4v4. Caesar does actually not have an angle here in Dario. Tommy's going to come on the flank. He's going to find two mid-map. He's going to find a third. And this is all going to come down to Dario. I think they know where he is. He's going to find one. He's going to be able to find two out of that. That's going to be a 2v1 now as he's trying to clutch a 1v4. Might be as he's going to get sniped, and that's going to be round number 5 for Minnesota Finest. They are now one round away from going up 2-0. Impressive shot there by Pickin as he pulls his squad to within one round of a 2-0 lead. Dario's playing well here. He needs a little bit of help, unfortunately. He's 9-5. Never doesn't have a kill. Just a lot of early pressure from Minnesota Finest as Dario and Turner find a couple early on. Tommy's going to respond with one, and you have to be careful with him because he has flipped rounds on their heads just by himself as he did the last round. And Martinez is going to take out Zanzler. Big kill there as well. Pickin and Tommy, the last two alive. Looks like they are going to be kind of working towards that A bomb site or just Tommy, as Pickens going to find Tommy with a snipe. He's trying to work his way in the flank. This could be a big-time play if his timing works out well, as I think he was heard, or Clever was. He's going to take him on Tommy. Tommy will find a second as well, and this is now a round that Minnesota Finest should be able to win and take the series, as this is just falling apart for Furious Steel. He's going to get the last kill as well. And that is an impressive 6-1 lead, or 6-1 win for Minnesota Finest, and take a 2-0 lead in this series. I have to say, I was not expecting this dominant of a performance. I would not have been shocked to see Minnesota's finest win. But for it to be this lopsided through 2 maps, definitely surprising. I knew they were a good team. Knew they had a lot of skill and potential, but to come out here and just be this dominant through 2 maps is very impressive for sure. So they're looking great, looking for Furious Steel to try to, have it. Maybe don't expect a reverse sweep, but show some signs of life in the domination. If you can win it, great. If you can't, just make it competitive. Have some good vibes going into your week 4 matchup. Find things you can practice. Things you can work on as a team to try to improve and get better. So that should be their goal going into map number 3 here. But either way, we've seen these kind of matchups before. These kind of matchups do happen, and maybe it's just not their night, but we are going to be switching hosts here momentarily. Getting back on the Furious Steel host, and then we will roll into map number 3, Domination. I really don't remember why I thought it was Minnesota Snowflakes. I'm not sure if somebody told me that or where I heard that, but the Twitter's Minnesota Finest, so I don't know why I didn't connect the dots there, but I'm almost positive somebody told me it's Minnesota Snowflakes. Who knows? I don't know why I thought that. Definitely not playing like Snowflakes, though. This team is looking very, very good, as they are 1 map away from starting off Season 3, 3-0, and taking over first place in Division 1 here. So they would be sitting very, very pretty. Their Week 4 matchup is against Pickuppers, which would be a really good matchup. That's going to be a tough team to play against, but definitely another opportunity to prove themselves. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Codcaster now, if you guys are okay with that. Thank you. But I would ask predictions, but I feel like I already know what we'd hear, as it seems like we have a few more Minnesota fans in here. Ooh, the whole league? That's a bit bold. I will tell you that. That is not probably not going to happen, just because there's a lot of solid teams in here. Definitely a lot of solid teams in here. Primal, you're probably not sweeping. Pickuppers, you're probably not sweeping. Once playoffs come around, probably not sweeping AS1 Network. Actually, definitely not sweeping AS1 Networks. Kings at Today. E-Girl Slayers, very, very good. F-Cats are very, very good. Novacore Gaming, US Army, eSports, Inception, Wave Runners. There's a lot of good teams in here. Here we go. A potential swing map for Furious Steel. They're looking for some type of momentum going their way. As Caesar is the only one to have a kill thus far. Tommy finally joins him. Caesar now finds 2, but pretty standard start. As you do see Minnesota's Finest trying to flip the spawns, but they are not going to be able to do that yet, as Tommy finds a couple. And B is finally going to go in the hands of Furious Steel here after a slow go at it, but Dario should get stuck by a grenade. But a good start here for Furious Steel, finally showing some signs of life. As Julesie's going for the flank, Julesie and Tommy find a couple, Caesar finds another, and now Tommy's have to put himself in a vulnerable position. And that's going to be 4 down in favor of Minnesota Finest. They're trying to work their way towards B. They're going to favor this versus trying to push through to A. I think they're going to get another kill or 2. They're going to probably push on through, but the rest of Furious Steel is going to be here. Coming on the spawn, Martinez and Dario and Turner find 3. And that's going to be a decent hold there to not allow Minnesota Finest to push on through. And Caesar's going to find a couple. Now they're trying to hold this from the BC side. There's going to be the drop shot there from Picken, who's going to find 2. This lead that Furious Steel had is going to be disappearing very rapidly. Well, Spencer guys. A lot of pride for Minnesota Finest. You love to see it. All kinds of pride. But you see Zero on the minimap there. Julesy, he's going for this push towards A. This is a smart play. There's really nobody here for Furious Steel. Furious Steel is all mid-map. They're getting kills, but it's not really going to matter. That's going to be a neutralization out of A. And B is actually neutralized as well. So right now, it's just the C flag for Minnesota Finest getting time. Just like that, Furious Steel is able to get B. So they're able to work their way back into it. A probably should go back to the hands of Furious Steel here momentarily as Tommy's going to find 2. Pickett finds 1. Turner's going to get some shots in. That's going to be 4 down as Turner's the last one alive. And now it looks like Furious Steel is spawning out towards C. As Turner is going to get cut down from the help of Julesy. Dario trying to fly around and cause as much issues as he can. Put money down. Ooh. Well, I hope somebody takes that, because I guarantee I can find a team that would beat him. But this is a great middle part of the map here for the half, as Minnesota Finest has taken a good lead, continues to grow. Furious Steel does finally get a couple kills. They are on B. They are able to neutralize it. Caesar's going to get taken up by Dario. It's an important kill as Caesar is holding down that mid part of the map, but B is still in the hands of nobody. 10-point lead for Minnesota's Finest as Martinez is going for the flip here. This is a good play. Should be able to get back towards A. I don't think he realizes that nobody's here, and now Minnesota's Finest is swanning out towards C, so he should be able to find that out soon. They are going to be able to grab B. They should be able to get A as well. And A is still in nobody's hands. I think it's neutral, as Minnesota Finest was there to shut that down. And Martinez gets a big kill towards B, so they firm control of B, but they don't really have a home flag at the moment. That's going to be 4 down, as Minnesota Finest is starting to take it to him here. There was an opportunity there for Furious Steel to really make a play, but they're all kind of pinned in towards B. That's going to be a B capture for Minnesota Finest. As A, I think, is in their hands. Yes, it is. As this lead continues to grow with less than a minute left here, Minnesota Finest should have a pretty good-sized lead. I think it was Furious Steel that spawned on the good side, so there's definitely a chance for a comeback. But Minnesota Finest has been playing so well. They've kind of flipped when they had it to. Well, when they've had to, not had it to. I don't know what that even means. When they've needed to. They had a couple chances to make it a lot closer, but they couldn't really capitalize or just didn't have very good spawn awareness on where Minnesota Finest was spawning. They had some opportunities to push A, to lock down B. They never quite committed to it. And now they're going to be down by over 20 points, spawning on the bad side on a map that is just, it's tough to come back when you were spawning on the C side. So we'll see what they can do. We've seen some crazy things, but this is going to be a tough hill to climb for Furious Steel. As the lead's going to be, what is that, 27 points? Yep, there it is. Yeah, I love Spencer's confidence, I truly do. But I can definitely tell you there's a couple teams in here that are not going to be easy to beat. That's for sure. But here we go. This is their opportunity to make a crazy comeback and get themselves back into this series. Tommy's going to find first blood. He takes out Tommy. Turner takes out Sandler. That's a good start. But they were going for the flip, and that's going to be a big kill for, well, Tommy actually saved Clever there. Clever's going to come from behind. Pickett will actually take him out, though. But that's going to be B captured from Minnesota's Finest. Dario's going to get taken out, trying to push out towards Forklift. And this is already a very good start here for Minnesota Finest, as Martinez and Tommy are over here, but Caesar from up top is going to find 1. Can he find more than that? I sneak. It would seem that way, yeah. It would seem like he is their hype man. But already a very solid hold to lead up to 34 points and growing with every couple of seconds. Billie Jean, I kind of agree with you there. Sometimes you can have people that are a little bit overhyped that maybe give an org a less than desirable image. But this is a great second half so far for Minnesota Finest as this league continues to balloon. It just keeps growing, but it's going to be a, well, not quite a flip for Fierce Steel as they're still spawning towards C, but that's going to be a grab of the A flag as Minnesota Finest are getting a little bit aggressive there. Clever and Martinez are trying to make things happen, but it's not really going to matter, as that's going to be held for Minnesota's Finest. B finally is going to go in the hands of Furious Steel, but they are holding it from the bad side. This is such a hard place to hold it from. So many areas for Minnesota Finest to be able to come in here, take him off B. And just like that, that's going to be 3 or 4 down. There's the fourth. 4 down, and they're going to be able to get B right back. And that's going to be B once again in hands of Minnesota Finest as they're trying to put this game out of reach here with just over 2 minutes left. This is a challenger team? Interesting. That's going to be C in favor of Minnesota Finest. That's a triple cap, and this is basically going to put the game away here. As you see all red the kill feed, they are just pulling away here down the stretch. You see almost too much red, almost like Kayan's not even an option. But this was, wow, Dario was going to find a couple of big kills there. Unfortunately, it's not really going to matter. It's just going to be a KD pattern for Minnesota Finest, as they look very impressive. Wuhan wants to get involved. You'd love to see it. And Minnesota Finest is going to take a 3-0 lead into, a 3-0 record into week number 4. So they're going to play a very good pick-uppers squad. It's going to be a fun matchup for sure, as they're going to get tested once again. This was one of the more impressive dominations I've seen. This Furious Steel squad definitely isn't bad. I'm very surprised as to how Minnesota Finest kind of made them look here. I expected Furious Steel to be very competitive in this matchup, and it seemed like they just weren't ready for what Minnesota Finest had for them. That could be a triple cap, but it is mathematically impossible for them to win here. This is kind of the part of the map where Furious Steel can find things to work on, find some confidence going into their next matchup. I haven't looked to see who they play next week, but they're going to have the rest of this week to get some practice in, know where to focus, kind of adjust to the meta changes, which seem to be changing every couple days. As Tommy's and Turner's going to jump out and get taken down. But that's going to be the map, the series, and we got to see an impressive Minnesota Finest win here. A very impressive showing, and they look dominant, really. Impressive stuff from them. But this is, man. Got a very good discussion going on here in the chat, and it's actually something that once we get our podcast going again, it's something that I would kind of like to touch on, because it's kind of a good point that Billie Jean's talking about. Something to definitely keep in mind is obviously orgs big and small have all kinds of fans and whatever else. I won't get into it in depth here, but it's kind of funny to see how even followers of orgs in a league such as ours have fans that kind of get overly passionate and kind of bring a little toxicity, which obviously you see with with teams like the pro teams, CDL teams, whatever. But kind of funny to see how it translates to amateur leagues as well. But that's going to be our first series of the night, as we are going to Inception versus Possessed eSports. So give me 1 second here, guys. I need to refresh the stream, get the title updated, and then turn this off so we can get the VOD uploaded to YouTube. But I will be right back with you. Okay, sorry, I'll just read the chat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you guys as I get things straightened away here. But thank you guys very much for hanging out, and make sure to stay tuned for the next matchup. Should be another fun one. Thanks, guys.